Imagine you just got a letter, email, or phone call from a debt collector. One of the first questions you should ask yourself is this the first time this debt collector has contacted me about this debt? If the answer is yes, that may be what's called the initial communication. Think of the initial communication as the debt collector's first introduction. It's their first attempt to communicate with you about an alleged debt. A lot of people assume the initial communication is always a collection letter, but that's not necessarily true. The initial communication could be a phone call, it could be an email, it could be a letter, it could be a text message. The important part is that it's the first communication from that debt collector regarding that debt. For example, let's say your phone rings and someone says, "Hi, this is ABC Collections regarding an account we are attempting to collect." If that's the first time you've ever heard from them about that debt, that phone call may be the initial communication. Or maybe you never received a phone call. Instead, you open your mailbox and find a collection letter. If that's the first communication you've received from that debt collector regarding that debt, that letter may be the initial communication. Why does this matter? Because the initial communication often triggers certain requirements under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, including information related to the debt and important consumer disclosures. That's why when consumers receive a communication from a debt collector, one of the first things I look at is whether this appears to be the initial communication. Understanding that can help you better understand what information should be reviewed and what deadlines may be important moving forward.